Hi everyone, thanks for tuning in. I'm Dirk, and next to me is Steve and
Rowena
and
my name's Steve.
And together we're at the Living Well Counselling Group.
We are.
And the funny thing is that as you get together with lovely counsellors, you have a whole team of expertise. Steve, what's your particular expertise? What do you love doing in counselling?
Look, I've always been attracted to relationship counselling, and not just couples but families as well. I love really drawing out good healing conversations between people, and where they're really opening up and they're really being heard. Because so often things happen on a very surface level, and there's sort of action and reaction, and I love to help people to get down deep and to be open and honest with each other and real, and through that to learn more about each other and actually come to hear each other and develop more of that empathy and connection. And
Awesome. So it's particularly about the relationships and opening up and being honest.
Yeah, for sure.
I think there's a few others who are very focused on relationships. I know that Penny is particularly focused on families, relationships. Tell us a little bit more, Penny, about your interest.
Oh, well, yeah, I agree. It's really fun, isn't it? Having a couple, and you can kind of help them navigate some stuff and get some tools and strategies and ways that they can communicate better. And I just love to see the turnaround in the relationship. That is just so rewarding.
Yeah.
I just love that. And I also love just to work, one-on-one with people and kind of have that safe space in my counselling room where just they can, somebody can come with stuff on their heart and just be, listen and I guess have that empathy. And I actually really love to go deep with people too, and allow them the space to process, the emotion. Sometimes you just hit this place in your life where there's just grief or this sadness or this confusion or this identity or whatever, and to go into that exploration as you're supporting people walking through that. It's just fantastic. Love that.
It is special, isn't it?
Penny actually also does a lot with trauma, in terms of so that individual kind of helping people to recover.
Yeah.
But I think also relationship counselling, like couples and things like that. So it's not just the individuals, also couples as well. Yeah, Rowena, you're the newest to all of this, aren't you? You just graduated, ready to go.
Indeed, have lots of experience at different ends of life, really. So I love working with children, and I also love working with older people as well. I love working with anyone in between as well, but women, especially parenting issues, to grief and loss, sort of stuff around that, and anxiety. Probably got a rural background, so I've got an understanding with that as well, and also with the education, like you, Penny. We've got an education background, so we understand the stresses of teachers and all of that world that the package that comes with that. So
Well, actually, thank you, Rowena, for sharing a bit of the background, because both of you come from a teaching background, even a law background. Now, yours not only pastoral care, but case management, and then into relationship counselling, that sort of thing.
So look, I was a pastor previously, and so I've got a strong interest in my Christian faith and helping people explore that in relation to the issues that they present with. And also, yes, as you said, a lot of a social work background as well. So gone in some different directions, and that's all built up a certain level of wisdom and capacity, which I'm eager to share and help people with.
Well, I have to, it's almost like B1 and B2 for the little kids, isn't it? There's Steve and there's Steve. Now, Steve also comes from a case management background, don't you?
Yeah, so I think being in the community sector, probably 15 plus years. Actually started off early on with Kids Helpline, and I think that's where I got that taste of counselling. More recently worked on the phones with Beyond Blue, and then working in a role where I am actually doing DBT, skill-based training, with a group of participants, and they're learning just how to regulate their emotions, mental health is an area that I have a passion for. As we know, the earlier that we can support people around their mental health, I think the better the outcome. But I suppose any point of, you know, someone struggling with their mental health, just to have someone sit down and, you know, listen to them, create a safe place, and I suppose provide kind of an understanding that they're not the only ones going through that, and yeah, just develop some strategies about how they can manage their mental health as well. So that's an area that I'm interested in. Have also been in the EAP space, the Employee Assistance Program, so you don't quite know what you're going to get, but I find that type of work, people come in, have an opportunity to talk about what's going on, very solution focused, so it can be a fairly quick interaction, and then people continue to go on their journey as well. So that's some of the areas that I provide.
Now, both of you actually also have an interest in particular men's health, and I think you two have often expressed that walking alongside women in their situation. That's the beauty of working as a team, that you can actually be very, not only just specialised, but also broad in terms of someone saying, hey, have you got something for us? And that's what we have. Now, my situation is very, very simple. I'm actually far more focused on the professional supervision area. So that's more in the area of, you know, professionals or pastors or principals, people in leadership, and looking at the workspace area. So that's my particular, you know, forte, if you like, or interest area, is helping people in the workspace. So that's, you know, and together we make the Living Well
Counselling Group.
Hey, hey.